All right, let's have a look and see what this reading brings to you. I really feel like there are messages here that you need to know today. So don't scroll away, don't click off. I really feel like you need to know something. So first and foremost, you are a very, very good person. You are a very kind person. However, unfortunately, people have treated you very, very poorly. People have created arguments, misunderstandings due to no fault of your own, and sometimes just really random, okay? It's almost like they've tried to find problems when there are no problems. And the Five of Swords here also shows you losing out on situations that were really, you know, meant for you, good for you, that were meant to work out for you. And it has been very challenging and very frustrating and rather overwhelming. The other thing that I also see here as well, that your destiny absolutely has money and love written all over it, okay? Money and love are in your destiny. Do not even try to think that it's never going to happen, because it will, okay? And the other thing here is that you will have a lot of comfort and stability in your life. The thing here is that you have been such a good person, and unfortunately some people just cannot handle good people. They don't know what to do with good people because they haven't come across good people. They don't know how to value you because they themselves hold very little value for themselves, right? They think very low of themselves, and when a person thinks very low of themselves, they cannot think highly of you. They don't know how to think highly of you. They don't know what to do with you, okay? And that is something that I'm really picking up on here, is that you are a very miraculous person. You're a very loving person. You have yourself been through a lot of trauma and sadness, as I'm picking up on here, and despite that you have always chosen to work through it. You have not chosen to reflect that onto other people, to project that onto other people, to treat other people poorly just because you've been treated poorly. You've always tried to work through it so that you can continue to treat other people well in the way that other people deserve to be treated. And also you've tried to treat yourself well in the way that you deserve to be treated. However, you have come across people that have treated you very, very badly, and it's almost made you sometimes feel a little bit bitter. However, you've allowed that to make you better, okay? You've always tried to be better, not bitter. And I think that the most beautiful thing is that a person like you will always be rewarded for that kind of energy. Mark my words. I know that a lot of people say like, oh, bad things happen to good people. I agree. Bad things do sometimes happen to good people, right? But also bad things do also happen to bad people. And I want you to know this. And the reason I say that is because sometimes it's very hard to believe, but when a person is very, very poor in their mentality and in their actions and the way in which they treat other people, it will always come back around. And it won't just come back around when you want it to. It will come back around usually when you're happy, when you're satisfied, and when you're at peace and you couldn't care less. But it will always bite them back. But it won't always bite them back when you're looking at what they're doing, you know, and you're expecting them to get justice or some kind of karma. It will always happen when you're settled and unbothered. It will always happen in that way. So if you're waiting for justice to be served or for a person to get karma, and you're like watching and you're like, they're not getting any karma, trust me, it will always happen, okay, when you're living an amazing life and when they're really like frothing for it, okay, when they've got the thirst for it. The other thing that I really want you to know is that bad behavior is always going to be a reflection of themselves, okay, and they will always... their behavior is not just limited to you. Their behavior will go towards another person. Now, if this is a person that's treated you really, really badly, and you're thinking to yourself, how come they're always treating other people really well, and I can see that they're treating other people well and they treated me badly, it's because there was probably more emotion involved when it came to you, okay? And this person, from what I can see, has not treated you well because they don't deal with emotions very well. So they can treat other people well because there's no emotional like sense of needing to give, right? They don't have to give emotionally, they don't have to do emotionally, so they don't really invest emotionally into those other people. So it's easy for them to just get along with them, be around them, give their time, energy. Whereas with you, that yes, they have to give time and energy and maturity, but they also have to give emotion. And that is why they treated you bad, and then you might see that they're treating other people well. Wait until they have to give another person emotion. They will treat that person just as bad as they treated you. Trust me, okay? When emotion comes into the mix, which it will, they'll repeat the same behavior. You are an amazing person. You are a miraculous person, okay? To have been treated in such a way and to become better and not bitter takes a person, takes a very, very significant person, special person. That person is you. I want you to know that you bring blessings into people's lives, you bring positivity into people's lives, and people do see you as an inspiration. Whether they know your story or not, they can just sort of sense that you are a very special person. You're humble, you're kind, you're grateful, you're very, you feel a lot of generosity. And so they really do feel very, very kind, and like they feel kindness and compassionate energies towards you. You're still yet to meet a lot of people that you haven't yet met who are going to bring you a lot of generosity, kindness, and sweetness in your life. These are people that you haven't met, but just by you talking to them, they know. Okay, they absolutely know. The minute they start talking to you, they can see through your energy. They can see that you are generous, compassionate, kind, loving, understanding. People's energies are so, so powerful. People can pick up on energy straight away. And sometimes you vibrationally attract what your energy is, which is why you're attracted to it, right? Without knowing. So keep working on yourself, keep loving yourself, keep healing yourself, and you will attract better, bigger, more. Which is why when people go through things like loss, they go through heartbreak, sadness, they've been let go of a job, they've been let go of romantically, there's been a breakup, people get really, really sad, and very, very rightly so, right? But then they work, they heal themselves, they become better, and then they attract someone even better. It happens. Why? Because you've outgrown what you once thought was really amazing for you. And essentially, when you outgrow it, you go to the next level. But when you heal, you go to the next level. Okay, so this is really important. If you don't then heal, you can never get to that next level, which is why I always say, regardless of if you want someone back from your past, if you want someone, new, whatever it is, you must heal, because that is how you will attract not only the past person becoming better, but also a new person that is already better. You always want better, right? So you must be better. How do you be better? You heal. And so I really recommend healing, continuously healing, and being kind to yourself, loving yourself, understanding that, okay, their behavior is not a reflection of myself. Their behavior is a reflection of themselves. How they've treated me is truly a reflection of themselves. How they are to me is a reflection of themselves. This is not me. This is not something I've done. This is purely them. And this is what they are doing. This is how they are doing it. And this is them. Okay. So it's really about understanding that this is purely them. It's not you, and it's not a reflection of you. Okay. Then we also have here as well the Four of Cups, okay? Four of Cups is really, really powerful. Why? Because Four of Cups here shows that you feel very rejected right now, and you feel very dejected, very sad, very frustrated. What you have to know again is that this is not a reflection of you. This is a reflection of that person. So put it on them. Free yourself. Free yourself, okay? There's nothing worse than taking on board someone else's. Let me just give you a little example. Say, for example, a snake comes and bites you, right? Snake bit you. Are you going to go running and chasing after that snake, asking it, why did you bite me? Why did you do this? You poisoned me. Are you like, why did you do that? No. You wouldn't go running and chasing after a snake once it's bit you. You would never do that, right? You would never do that, because you know the snake could do it again. You don't have any trust for that snake. That snake is a snake. The snake's gone. You have to focus on healing, right? Making sure that you can nurse yourself. You can make sure that you can heal yourself. The same goes with certain people in your life. If they have showed you once that they have bit you in the butt, okay? They've just bitten you. They've betrayed you. Why go to them running, chasing for answers? Like, why did you do this to me? Can't you just treat me better? Like, treat me better, blah, blah, blah. No. What you would do is you would do what you would do in this situation with a snake. You would heal yourself, love yourself, focus on yourself, and understand that once a snake, always a snake, okay? I'm just saying this from a perspective of, yes, human beings, they grow, they evolve, they change, but until they don't come to you with that changed behavior, you don't need to entertain them. This is very important, okay? You don't need to entertain people until they physically come to you with changed behavior. They have to come to you with changed behavior, not the other way around, okay? You don't go running after the person that's literally hurt you. This doesn't happen. It doesn't work. That just runs further away from you, and they'll just continue to treat you worse. What you have to understand is that you are a miracle in people's lives, and they should be running after you. They should be praying that they can be with somebody like you. And those are your people, okay? Your people are the ones that would never in a million years think about betraying you, because they can already see your character. They can already see your behavior. So if you're wondering, whether certain people are for your highest good, do they match what I've just said? Do they match the fact that these people would literally go above and beyond for you? They would take care of you. They would respect you. They would love you. They would nurture you. They would go above and beyond. They would never, ever in a million years want to ever disrespect you. They would never bite you and then expect you to come running after them. Those are the people for your highest good, okay? The people that would never, never, ever betray you in that particular way. You're a miracle, therefore you need miraculous people in return. And the other thing that I really want to say as well is that working on your healing will attract these people into your life that are truly for your highest good and truly the best for you. So things like shadow work healing, which I offer, which is on my website. There are thousands of 5-star reviews on the rituals that I offer. Shadow work healing, full body chakra cleansing, self-love ritual, codependency ritual, detachment ritual, all of these rituals, cord cutting between you and a person that you know perhaps isn't good for you, you know, being able to release that energy so that you can heal yourself. And if they come back, great. And if they don't, once a snake, always a snake, you know what I mean? This will help you to attract better things, better people, better situations in your life. So of course there are, you know, readings on my website. If you wanted a reading with me, they're done within 12 to 24 hours. There's intention items like bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, candles, sage bundles, etc. There's healing rituals, love rituals, so many amazing rituals. And of course there's a justice ritual as well if you're interested. But yeah, everything is always linked down below. There's also TikTok and Instagram, post short readings on there every day. I'll see you all very soon.